According to a federal judge's opinion released on Thursday evening, Alina Habba, the acting U.S. Attorney for the District of New Jersey, she's legally not allowed to be there, so everything she has done since her term expired after the 120-day limit is void. Nobody has to listen to her. Nobody has to take orders from her, and she can't prosecute anybody. And by the way, if she brought charges against you after her 120 days expired, doesn't matter. They're gone. But the judge also said, even though she is serving illegally, I am issuing this opinion, but I'm also immediately suspending my opinion pending appeal. So, yes, everything she said and done is null and void, but also maybe it's not yet. It's a very confusing ruling that even legal scholars said, we don't know if that means she can still do things or she can't. But here's part of the judge's ruling. Faced with the question of whether Ms. Habba is lawfully performing the functions and duties of the Office of the United States Attorney for the District of New Jersey, I conclude that she is not. All of Habba's actions since July may be declared void. Taken to the extreme, the president could use this method to staff the United States Attorney Office with individuals of his personal choice for an entire term without seeking the Senate's advice and consent. And of course, for those who may not know, yes, Alina Habba had a 120-day limit as the interim U.S. Attorney or acting, I forget which was which, but she was one of those. And then after the 120 days, she went to the district court and was like, hey, you guys have to approve it if I can stay, and if you don't, I have to go. And they said, yep, get the hell out. We don't want you. We're replacing you with an actual experienced prosecutor who's also a Republican, was serving as your number 2. And now she gets to do it for the next 200 some odd days. Pam Bondi, Attorney General of the United States, said, nope, we don't like that. We want Habba. She fired the new person the court appointed, even though the court had the legal authority to do it, and then put Habba back in there. So that's what this came from. But it also came from the fact that defendants that Alina Habba was trying to prosecute had filed a lawsuit arguing that this woman's not the real U.S. attorney. And they actually used a ruling from Judge Eileen Cannon last summer that said that, well, Jack Smith wasn't confirmed by the Senate, so he can't bring charges against people. So they used Trump's favorite judge, her ruling, against Trump's favorite lawyer. And it worked. Alina Habba is null and void. She is acting illegally. But is it enforceable now or not? We don't know because the judge immediately suspended his own ruling. But he did say everything she's done since July is declared void. So a very confusing time for any defendant in New Jersey. But what is important is the way the judge did, of course, issue this ruling. The judge said the Senate has not confirmed you. You already served your first part of this. The court did their legal actions, basically laying it out by the book, the steps that were taken and how they are legal. So in order for Alina Habba to appeal this, which of course she will, she's going to have to argue that all of these legal things are somehow wrong. And of course, based on what we've seen from Habba in the courtroom so far, I don't think she's going to be able to do that. This might finally be the beginning of the end for Alina Habba, but kind of like Trump himself, she always manages to weasel her way out of things at the last minute, so I guess we'll see what happens from here. And until then, I imagine that she is going to continue to illegally act as the U.S. Attorney for the District of New Jersey. Thanks for watching, everyone. You know, we're inching closer and closer to 1 million subscribers, and we're aiming to hit that goal before the year closes. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thanks for joining us as we head towards this huge milestone.